Hello everyone. This video is for those who have just completed their research and wanted to write a research paper. So here are the research paper writing steps. First one is choose a topic. Second one, conduct research and develop a thesis statement. Then third is outline for your research paper. Fourth is writing the research paper. Fifth one, revise and edit. Sixth, finalize and format the research paper. Now I will start one by one. That choose a research paper. So the video pertains to those researchers who have completed their research and wanted to write the research paper, either in any of the form, but that form must be reliable one. So the first step is to go for the literature survey, which means gathering the information on the research that has already been conducted on a particular topic. So this helps us in understanding that what other researchers have done so far and how that research can be taken forward. Means we will gather that information which has already been done and what type of data we can collect from those researchers who have already done that kind of research. Means how to select a topic, and for before going for the literature survey you have to look for the research papers. Then what type of sources from where you can get those research papers. Means what are the best sources. Then how to get a reliable paper, or you can say reliable research paper. Thereafter, how would you differentiate a reliable paper from an unreliable one? So, uh, that means how do I know if I have done good literature survey? There are various steps that to know about the literature survey. That means before you move on to the next step, well, let's find out. In this video, we are going to learn out how to research and download the research papers for the literature survey. First step is to go for the Google Scholar. Then or any other site where you can get the normally a research paper. Then write your research paper on that particular site. You can say scholar.google.com. On that site, write the any topic. Means you go for the relevant paper and sort the papers according to the date and year. Means जिस पे रिसर्च पे आप कंसंट्रेट कर रहे हैं या फोकस कर रहे हैं, आप उस डाटा को, उस रिसर्च पेपर की इंफॉर्मेशन को सॉर्ट कर सकते हैं, ईदर इन डेट फॉर्म और इन द ईयर फॉर्म. So, thereafter, read the title of that paper. Means the first topic you have entered in that scholar one, then go for the literature survey. That site go for that type of literature survey, and from that you find the novel work of that research paper. Suppose आप पहले स्टेप में लिख रहे हैं that I have to work on a integrated nutrient management practices or dash 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 crop. So you get the papers pertaining to the integrated nutrient management practices. Then, how would you know about that paper is reliable one? Go for its citations. That that count, or there is a number specification on the heading of below the heading of that papers that this paper go for dash number of citations. Suppose 192 number of citations, which means the paper has been taken by 192 researchers to get a reliable research. So, if you feel that paper is interesting, read it, go for its citation. If the paper constitutes the good number of citations, that means that research is reliable one, where the paper has been published or in which journal. So, the reputed publishers means जैसे आपने किसी भी लिटरेचर सर्वे पे सर्च किया, पर्टिकुलर रिसर्च को गैदर किया, उस रिसर्च पेपर को रीड आउट किया, देन फाइंड आउट करिए कि कौन से रिसर्च पेपर्स में या कौन से रिप्यूटेड पब्लिकेशंस में पब्लिश किया गया है वो पेपर और उसकी कितने साइटेशंस है. देन डाउनलोड दैट रिलायबल पेपर. सो step-by-step process to conduct the research and develop a thesis statement means after getting the relevant literature from number of sources, you formulate a clear thesis statement that states the purpose of your research. Means out of those research papers, you would know that on which topic or on which particular objective you want to go for your research. Then identify the research topic, or after identification of the research paper, then how to choose a research topic. Firstly, you go for the or you just approach a professor or the professors working on that particular research across the paper, across the world. Then you read out those papers on which particular research is going on. Thereafter, if you have lots of paper, then read those papers, either the research papers or you can say the review paper. Same pattern you should follow for the review paper. For literature survey specifically, then you narrow down the research papers information. Means जब भी आप उस रिसर्च पेपर को रीड आउट करेंगे तो आप उसकी जो इंफॉर्मेशन है उसको एक स्टेटमेंट में लाइए कि कहाँ पर जो है आपका रिसर्च गैप है, आप कौन सा ऑब्जेक्टिव लेके चल रहे हैं, या आप उस रिसर्च पेपर से अपनी एक बेसिक रिसर्च या आप कह सकते हैं कि जो रिसर्च पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक पे नहीं की गई है उसे फाइंड आउट करेंगे. मीन्स उस रिसर्च गैप को कॉम्बैट करेंगे. देन आउटलाइन योर पेपर. मीन्स you just organize your idea logically. Then give some methodology, includes the sections. First of all, you include the section introduction, then go for the literature survey. Thereafter, the materials and methodology. Fourth one is results and discussion, and then conclude with the conclusions. So, with the experimental research, it may be theoretical research or experimental research. So, make a research which is novel one or which contributes to the research field. Then start for the writing of the research paper. Then now let's get started with the writing. First of all, the part 1, which is introduction. Here, introduction. Introduction includes the background, historical background, data, definitions, and other key terms. In case of introduction, the research community using a conventional report structure means आप उस रिसर्च पेपर की जब भी आप इंट्रोडक्शन लिखें तो आप इस तरीके से इंट्रोडक्शन लिखें कि उसके बैकग्राउंड को दीजिए, उसके जो कुछ रिजल्ट्स ऐसे हैं जो पब्लिश हो चुके हैं उनको एक शॉर्ट फॉर्म में अपने इंट्रोडक्शन के सेकंड पैराग्राफ में दीजिए. जो भी वो वर्क है उसकी क्या इम्पोर्टेंस है उसे दीजिए. उस रिसर्च पेपर से पर्टेनिंग आपने क्या फाइंड आउट किया है उसको एक लाइन में लिखिए. आपके ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या थे और आपने अपना मटेरियल्स कैसे स्टार्ट किया. So, here are one of the important steps. And this is the simple idea of flow of information from one by one. As we know, introduction and the fourth one, that is conclusion, they are related to each other. side by side methodology, that means materials and methods, are also related with results and discussion, means they are interconnected with each other. So in the first section, means here in the fourth step, the introduction and the section first, study the motivation and the background of your study. As I have told you, introduction goes for the background and some key aspects. So study the motivation and background of that particular study. Then you have to narrow down that study. Means you go for the specific problem that you are going to carry on. Similarly, in case of conclusion, in this section, you conclude your findings from the results and discussion. So, what we have achieved and what our research have contributed for the community or the world or any other researchers linked with that particular research, means जो भी आप रिसर्च कर रहे हैं वो एक पर्टिकुलर रिसर्चर से उसकी फाइंडिंग से क्या कंट्रीब्यूशन हो रहा है रिसर्च के एरिया में. Similarly, for materials and methods, I have told you कि materials and methods are also connected with the results and discussion. For every results, you have a a good methodology. You have to, if you have to go for your results, then your methodology must be clear and concise. So in this way, these are connected with each other. These parts are connected, means introduction connected with the conclusion part and methodology concluded with the or interconnected with the results and discussion part. So this whole fourth point, this reveals the beauty of your research papers, means how to write the paper. Then go for the citations, means आपका जो फिफ्थ या फिर आप कह सकते हैं सिक्स जो मेन इंपॉर्टेंट टास्क रहेगा कि आप रिसर्च पेपर की साइटेशंस एक परफेक्ट मैनर में कीजिए. और जब भी आप पूरे पेपर को एक शेप देंगे, एक फॉर्म देंगे, एक स्टोरी लाइन बनाएंगे, तो आप उस रिसर्च पेपर्स के प्लेजरिज्म पे जाइए. प्लेजरिज्म को अवॉइड कीजिए, कंट्रोल कीजिए. मिनिमम प्लेजरिज्म आपके रिसर्च पेपर में रहना चाहिए. दैट मीन्स कि डुप्लीकेसी नहीं होनी चाहिए. सो दिस इज द वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट स्टेप दैट हाउ टू चूज द राइट जर्नल. If you get yourself published, you must be know about the journal. Then, yes, the one and most important part is go for the abstract. That how to write the abstract. Means it is a summarized form of your research article. And the abstract constitutes for 250 to 300 words only and some of the specific keywords. Then revise and edit your paper. Means you have to use very simple language which must be very clear, very logical flow of ideas. Grammars and punctuations must be clear. No grammatical mistakes should be there. If you go for the fifth step, revise and edit, then finalize and format. Means ensure your paper meets the formatting requirements. Specific journal requires a specific format. So, in which journal you have to publish your paper, you have to write down that paper or you have to make the format of that paper accordingly, according to the journal instruction. So then finally proofread your paper and to ensure that it is error free and go for its submission. So this is the basic idea of how to write a research paper. Thereafter, you have to come for the objectives in case of introduction. So here are the 7 best tips to write a research paper faster. First one, plan ahead to outline the key sections and then manage your time effectively. Means the background, historical, designs, definitions, key terms have to use very specifically in your introduction. Then define your research questions, mean you have to make your objective very precise or very repeatable. Then create a concise, well structured outline from a smoother writing process. You have to use a very simple language of English, and it must be very clear without any grammatical mistakes. Thereafter, take organized notes to streamline information to travel during the writing. Means when you go for the writing steps or writing a research paper, then you have to make it a like a story form. First one, second one, and third, fourth, fifth, and sixth one. So on. Then edit your papers. Means editing is a main important aspect of writing the research paper. Then go for the formatting according to the general style and take short breaks to maintain the focus and then during the writing process. And when you complete all these steps, then you can go faster to write the research papers. So, this thing I have already told you about the introduction, that how to write the background, historical backgrounds, how to get the definitions on a particular topic, and what are the key terms that should be associated with that particular introduction. Then materials and methods, then how to choose your objectives, and then how to achieve your objectives with some tools, implements, with reliable source of experiments, and then go for results and discussions. The results must be in the data sharing process or data explanation form. Thereafter, conclude your research in the review of some key findings, find some objectives, share your objectives and what kind of results you have got from your research. Then recommend your research for the future or next planning work. Then go for the reference styles. Reference style according to the reliable sources. So with this, I conclude my research paper writing steps. Thank you.